Hello again. So today I'm going to be talking to you about delivery with Uber Eats, and this is going to be a two-part video. I do have my outline of what I want to talk to you about right here. So on the first part, which is going to be this one, I'm going to be talking to you about what is Uber Eats, how to get started, requirements, like the basics of how to do it. And I'm going to talk to you about earnings. In the second video, I'm going to be talking to you about points, Uber Pro, college, as well as problems and solutions, customer service, calling Uber. And I'm going to be talking to you about my experiences and things I wish I knew before starting. So let's get started. So what is Uber Eats? Uber Eats is a third-party food delivery service. That is what it is. If you are an Uber Eats driver, you are an independent contractor, all the earnings that you receive, you will, if you're in the United States, you are going to have to report your earnings to the IRS, and they're going to send you a 1099 at the end of the year, which you're going to give to your tax person so you can do your taxes with that. Okay. They do not discount anything. They don't discount anything from your payment. You have to pay everything yourself. All right, so how to get started. I started doing Uber Eats about I started like around March or April of 2020 when the pandemic started. I was feeling like I needed to get out of the house and make money, and so I had signed up for Uber Eats months, like 6 months prior to that. And that's when I decided to give it a go. I was very afraid of starting. I didn't know what to expect. The way that I started was that I had someone talk to me about Uber Eats and how it worked. And he sent me a link, or I don't know if he sent me the link or a referral code or something like that. And then I think it was a link. And that's how I signed up for it. I signed up for it. The requirements were basically that I was 18 years old, that I had been driving for a year, at least back then. Also that I have a driver's license and a social security number, because they do run background checks on all their drivers. Also, the car that I'm driving has to be registered and has to be inspected. I need to have also insurance. You fill out a questionnaire, and they take all your information. It says that you have to have a 2 to 4 door car, and I don't know if that's only for Uber drivers that drive people around, or it also has to do with Uber Eats. But what I'm talking to you right now about is only for cars, because I know that you could do it by foot in some cities, or you could do it on your bicycle or a motorcycle. And that's going to depend on your city. Like, each city is completely different. But I do have a car. It's a 4-door sedan. And yeah, that's what I drive. My first tip. You need a gas efficient car. I cannot stress that enough. If you have a car that is not gas efficient, you're going to be spending your earned money on gas only. You're not going to be able to get any earnings out of this, any profit. You're going to be spending it all on gas. So that is the first thing, and I feel like the most important thing is to have a car that is gas efficient. I have a Mazda 3. Like, it'll fill up with about $25. Like, yeah. And right now the gas price is like $2.50 something. $2.50 something cents. So that's how much I spend on filling it up on regular gas. And yeah, if I had a car that took more than that, I don't think I will be making any profit out of this. Then there will be no point. All right. The next thing is that they're going to ask you to take a picture of yourself to put in your bio on the app, so that people can see it whenever they open the app and you're taking a delivery to them. They're going to be able to see your picture. So take a picture that's nice and you look friendly. You could also write a little bio of yourself, like write a little info about yourself. So, I do have something like, oh, like, hello, my name is Karen. That's my name, Karen. So I put like, hello, my name is Karen. I am a mother of three, happily married. My main profession is a realtor. And then you could put why you're doing Uber, why you're delivering with Uber. It could be because you have a project, you're putting your kids through college, you're putting yourself through college, because you enjoy delivering. Whatever it is, just put it right there, because if there's some people that actually look at those things, and it's nice to know, a little bit about your driver. And I also feel that, especially now that we have to wear masks, because yes, Uber does require that you wear a mask. It doesn't matter if the establishment that you're going to doesn't require it. It doesn't matter if the client doesn't care about it. It is their policy that you wear a mask. So now that we're wearing masks, we can't show our smile, right? We can't show people that we're friendly and smile. So it's nice to have a picture of you smiling, as well as like a bio where you talk about a little bit about yourself and why you're doing Uber. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to talk about right now is going to be earnings. So when I started doing Uber, earnings were calculated a little bit differently than they calculate them now. Before, you used to get the base price. They used to show you the base price for a delivery, but now they show you the total between the base price and the tip. So you have an idea of how much you're going to get for that delivery before you even choose to accept it, because they do send you like a little notification. It's called a request, or delivery request, and you have seconds to look at it. Many times if you're driving to leave something, and then when you're at a certain distance from where you're driving to, they start sending you more delivery requests. So you may be in the highway, you may be like in traffic, or you might just be at a stop sign or a light. It doesn't matter where you are. You have seconds to look at your phone to determine if you want to actually take that delivery or not. So there's two things that I look at that help me decide if I want to take a delivery or not. First of all, how much it's going to cost, but how much it's going to cost is not necessarily the best way to look at it. I also look at how long it's going to take me to make that delivery, because it will tell you right there the amount that you're going to receive. It's also going to tell you how many minutes you're going to take to do it, and then it's going to tell you the distance you're going to travel. And it'll usually give you like a little map, but it only will give you that little map of where you're going to go if you are not already doing a delivery. Like if you're just stopped somewhere waiting for a delivery to come in, it will show you a map of where you're going to start and where you're going to go to. But if you're actually doing a delivery, it just gives you the map of where you're going at the moment. It's not going to show you the map of the delivery that they want you to make next. $5 says 15 minutes, 5 miles, for example. And then you decide if you want to take it or not. I think that you should determine before you start how much you're willing to accept for a certain amount of time or for a certain amount of miles. I know everybody does it differently. I met this guy one time that was picking up a delivery that he calculates it by mileage. I don't calculate it by mileage. I calculate it by the time it's going to take me to make that delivery. The way that I think Uber calculates the delivery time is from where you start. So basically, I'm at point A right now. Then I'm going to go to point B, point C, and then coming back to point A. That's how they calculate, I think, the amount of time it's going to take. But if you are actually delivering to a place that is very busy with deliveries, then that is great, because you don't need to come back to point A and waste gas coming back to point A. You could just go from like that point B or point C and start another delivery there. And that is that is great, you know, instead of coming back. There's places though that, especially if you know your area, there are places that are really way out there, and there's not going to be any restaurants around there. So you're not going to get any requests in that area. You're going to have to come back to where there's restaurants in order to get something else. So there's what they call hot areas. And if you look at the map, when you open your app, and there's gonna be like red, there's areas that are red, there's some that are orange, and there's areas that are like dark blue. The dark blue areas are where it's a little bit busy, but then if you have orange or red, they actually give you extra money for making deliveries or picking up deliveries in that area. So when I first started Uber, I didn't know about this. So I thought that whenever I saw like red areas or orange areas, it was that there was like a bad thunderstorm in that area, so avoid that area. And on top of that, they do put like they put like extra money, so it says like $1 or like $1.50. And I thought that that meant that they were only giving $1 in that area. And on top of that, it was raining hard. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna go to that area. But that's not how it works. It means that it's a hot area. It means that you're gonna get paid on top of what it says right there on the delivery request. You're gonna be paid a little extra. So it says on the orange part or the red part, it will say $1.50, $1 or $2. So that's gonna be in addition to what you would normally get paid. They also have promotions sometimes. So promotions are usually whenever there's a holiday or there's like an event. So here in Houston, we have some like a little more often than I guess other cities because of that. And you have to though start your trip in Houston. You can't start in the surrounding cities, you know, Pasadena, Katy, Cypress, the Woodlands, Sugarland. You can't start in those surrounding cities. It has to be the actual city of Houston where you start your delivery, and then you'll get and then it will count towards the amount of trips you make for that promotion. So for example, they'll tell you, we'll give you $5 extra for doing 5 trips. So only the ones that start in Houston are going to count towards those 5 trips. Once you reach those 5 trips, they automatically give you $5, and then they'll tell you, okay, if you do 3 more trips, we'll give you $7. So then you're actually excited to do those other 3 trips because you're gonna get $7 extra, and then they'll be like $9 more for like 2 more trips, and then it's a vicious cycle. You just keep going because you know there's a lot of money to be made. So that has happened to me where I am absolutely tired. It's like 11 at night already, but they're gonna give me $9 extra for 2 more trips, and so I'm like, oh, I gotta keep going. You know, you don't always have the opportunity to make that much money, so you kind of take it whenever you get it, and unless you have to be home by a certain time or you're like super tired. The other thing is that they're not gonna allow you to work more than 10 hours straight. I believe it's 10 hours that you're not allowed to work like over 10 hours straight. But I think that that has to do with the Department of Transportation, kind of like truckers. They're only allowed to do a certain amount of hours, to drive a certain amount of hours straight before they have to like take a nap or rest. So Uber kind of does the same thing. They will actually disable your app. I am going to end it right here, and I am going to see you on the next video if you're interested in finding out a little bit more. So yeah, for now, goodbye and have a great day. Bye.